Hello and welcome to my channel again. Today I want to talk to you about two tools that you can use to, test. I was about to say speed up development. In a certain way you can, but mostly to test WordPress plugins, themes, or setup. These are two tools that I use that are free at the basis, but you can upgrade to a paid plan if you want to, and I'll show you the benefits of each of them while we are there. So the first one that I want to show you is tastewp.com. It's available in many different languages, as you can see here. And you don't need to have an account to actually set up a WordPress site. So as you can see here, I can set it up with one click, or I can go with the advanced setup, which allows me to do a lot more customizations. So I can choose the WordPress version if I want to test with an older version or even with a release candidate. I can choose the PHP version. I would go with 8 probably. And there are some plugins that you can install with it. So by default, it will install those for plugins. Sorry, the plugins are down here. So for the customization here, if you want to include debug and things like that, so you can disable WordPress cache, for example, and so on. And these are the 4 plugins that are installed by default. But if you don't want them, you can simply uncheck them. That's really up to you. You have the choice between the last WordPress theme, which is 2023. You can install Neve, GeneratePress, or Ocean WP as well if you prefer, which is pretty cool. You can give it a site name. Okay, you need to be logged in to do so, though. You can have a free account that I'm going to show you about after that. And you can also have a multi-site installation. Those sites will expire after a certain amount of time. So if you don't log in, if you just create a site out of the blue like that, it's going to be available for 2 days. And you will not have the benefit on the dashboard and be able to change, for example, the PHP version and so on. If you create a free account, and I'm going to show that to you. If you create a free account, you will have access to those elements here. So with that, you can of course create a new site again, but you can manage your site. So you can select a site and, for example, change its PHP version. You can change some other features as well. You can also create a template that you can reuse to create the sites out of there. So I don't know, you have up to 5 installation of that. And if you create a free account, your site will be live for 7 days instead of 2 days. That's with the free account, but a created account. Now, if you want to go premium, then you can have a permanent installation. That means that you can use that for, well, I would not necessarily use that for permanent hosting, honestly. But if you need for more than 7 days of development, you want to have that for a couple of weeks, for example, or a month, then you can go with premium. So let me show you how it works. Then we'll talk about pricing after that. So let me just create a new site. Well, I could go directly there. And again, I have the options. I'm going to go with 8.0. I'm going to keep those things, but go with GeneratePress maybe. I'll check will be installed, and the one with the radio button will be active one. So GeneratePress will be my active one. Let's give it a site name, or we can use a random name as well. So I could choose Taste WP Demo, let's say. And I'm going to create a temporary site. So it's going to show me my site, and of course it's going to give me the username and password, so I can simply copy all those information, or if I'm on the dashboard, I can access it directly from my dashboard. I can access it right now as well, so I'm going to click on that link. And there again, we have all the details that are set there that you can take a note. Again, it tells you that it's going to expire in 7 days in my case because I have been logged in. You can share Taste WP, and with every 3 people that log in, you will have the availability, yeah, to have one non-expiring website, and up to 3 of those. So if you follow my link in the description, then I can have some more permanent sites. That's it, like that. Or you can go, of course, go with premium if you need more time. So I'm going to click on got it so that it disappears. So now I am with WordPress. I have few plugins, of course, that were installed with it. And I have a fully functioning website up to 7 days in my particular case. And then I can come back here and manage it if I needed to. For example, if I need to change the PHP version, I can do so right here to 7.4 or something like that. And of course, I can delete it before if I want to. I can disable all the plugins. If there was a conflict, for example, you install a plugin, sites break, you can disable all the plugins all at once and then debug your site. So that's a pretty cool feature as well. And of course, you can delete the site if you want to. I don't remember exactly, but I think we have, if I go back here, I think it is mentioned at some point that we have, from memory, 3 sites. So like I said, it's 2 days if you don't create an account, 7 days if you create a free account, and of course, no expiry if you go with premium. You have 1 gigabyte of space if you use free sites. So for each site, that's pretty cool. And you can have up to 2 sites if you don't log in, and up to 6 sites if you do have a free account. So that's pretty cool. That's a lot of things that you can do with that. You can migrate because there's a plugin to migrate and so on. So this is Taste WP. Before moving to the next one, I want to show you another feature that we have in both, by the way, plugins. But if, for example, you install the Chrome extension, there's a Chrome extension here that allows you to create another site right there instead of having to go to the Taste WP website. And you can go with advanced option if you want to, again, configure more precisely the website. But also with that extension, that free extension install, if I go, for example, to WordPress and I show a plugin, a free plugin that is there, as you will see, we have that little bar here that has been added where you can click and instantly create a Taste WP website. And that doesn't seem to count into your dashboard, by the way. So I'm going to click on create now. It's going to create a new site with that specific plugin already installed. So that again is pretty cool. Let me wait a little bit. And here we go. I have my site, and this time I don't have my login information. And if I go there, request curtain. Okay, since I was logged in, it has created it in my account. But when I tested it at first, since I was not logged in, it was not counting into my dashboard account. So be logged in first if you want to keep it for more than 7 days, up to 7 days. If not, you just don't have to log in, and then it's going to create a new site, just like when we are not logged in into Taste WP. So now I can test this plugin, specific plugin, and know whether it's good for me or not before I install it on a live site, for example. So that's for the Taste WP extension or tool, I should say. We have something pretty similar if you had the chance, like me, to get on Insta WP. So let me go to the website, instawp.com. And there again, we have something pretty similar. We can try that for free as well. If I click on that, I can onboard a new website, just like with Taste WP. We have few configurations. So the default one is the most basic one. You can have also multi-site or WooCommerce already installed. So this is different. and you can also use a stack. You can give it a name if you click on change here, or you can just use a random name. And then again, this one will be just for 7 hours. That's the big difference between the two accounts. I think that InstaWP is a little bit faster, especially to create the website, but after that to run it, I think as well. But it's limited to 7 hours. So if you just want to taste a taste WP. If you want to try a plugin just for, like I just did the one for what was it? Admin. So that's pretty enough. That's way enough for you to test it. For probably 15-20 minutes, you'll have enough to test it anyway. If you want to go deeper, then you can create also a free account. And with the free account, the site will go up for 48 hours. So still less than the 7 days of Taste WP. But still, you can have it up to 48 days. You also have 1 gigabyte, I think, for a file. And you can create templates and so on. Of course, in my case, I was lucky enough to have it on AppSumo when the deal came out. So this is what it looks like. And I have up to 15 sites in my case. So you can create a new site there. And if I create a new site, you'll see that it's pretty, let's go with a plain one. It's pretty fast. You can have pre-configured stacks, if I can say it like that. I'm going to use the default one, which PHP 8, create a site, boom, already done. How fast can you go? Can you really go faster than that? So then I have a website, and of course, according to your plan, if you have a pre-plan or a paid plan, then you can have a different amount of websites. So that one was really quick as well. So similar features one with the other. And then again, as you might have seen, if I go to my WordPress, again, plugins, same thing. I can add a free Chrome extension here that allows me to launch InstaWP right away. By the way, go directly to my dashboard with that. And also, I can go and same thing here. You see that I have a little launch button here. So same thing as Taste WP. If I click on that, it's going to create a new installation for me with that specific plugin or theme. I guess it works with theme as well. Install. So here we go. Magic login, or I could click on that link. And now I have my site with that specific plugin already installed. So there we go. So the plugin in this case that I have added was admin and site enhancement. You see the difference here? It is installed, but it's not activated by default as opposed to the other one. So you still need to come and click to install it. WP Reset is part simply of the stack that I already have. When I start with a fresh install, I have created the way that it's already installed in my stack. So that's why this one is there. So usually you would have just this one plugin. So the prices. What are the prices of those two tools? If you want to go with the paid version, of course. So for Taste WP, if we go with the, where is it? Right now here. You see that it starts at $4.98. They say $2.98 at some point, but anyway, $4.98 if you pay monthly, or I think it's probably $2.98 if I divided that if you pay yearly for one site. And you can go up to 3 sites that you can pay yearly, so $107 for 3 sites for a year. And of course, that means that you can have 3 sites at the same time, but you can always delete one and create a new one. So just 3 sites at the same time with no expiration. InstaWP has a different pricing model a little bit. You have the free version, of course, with 3 sites already there, as opposed to 6 sites for TasteWP if you create a free account. The amount of space is about the same. But of course, TasteWP lasts for longer. That being said, if you create a paid account, it will be up to 7 days as well. And you can also have permanent sites enabled if you go with a paid plan. You also have templates available. And you see that it starts at 10 sites. So it's $14 per month, or you can go yearly with $140. But this is for 10 sites. And of course, you can go up to 25 and 50 sites as well, with more feature, a little bit more features. So in other words, if you just want to have 1 or 2 websites with the paid plan, of course, TasteWP will probably be cheaper. But if 3 sites is not enough, then you can start with 10 or more sites with InstaWP. Both are good. Both are recommended. And of course, if 7 days, you don't need to have a permanent one. 7 days is enough for you, or 2 days in the case of InstaWP, then of course the free account will be enough, and you don't have to pay a dime for that. So hopefully this will be helpful for you, and you can start testing, you can start debugging, you can use that as a staging site if you use a plugin to copy and paste your site and reinstall it. For example, with backup migration plugin that is provided with TasteWP. Sorry. So you can use that to simply create a staging site, do the updates of your plugins and themes, and then test if everything is working before you do that on a live site as well. So 2 pretty neat tools. Put in your comments if you use one of them, what's your experience. I didn't test, by the way, the speed of the websites created and so on, since it's just for testing in my case. I do that for example, when I do training, I use an InstaWP site most of the time and so on. So this is the use of those tools, not necessarily for permanent site. But if you use it differently, please put it in the comment. If you have experienced both, you see that one is faster than the other, or if you have some, I don't know, security issues with things like that for any reason, just put that in the comment below. And of course, if you like the video, put a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel with more videos like that. Thank you and have a good day.